we're back with our round 5 feature match, which is Tobias Sommerfeld with his Tricksters against.
Against Tom Birgutz with his Light Swan Zombie 60 card variant. Haven't seen
Pretty
them since
cool.
our last stream.
Exactly, yeah.
So, yeah, that's gonna be an interesting matchup. We just saw Tricksters. Let's see if they have now some time to shine, and let's see what 60 card variants can do today, because I think we had Infernoid, they weren't that successful. Let's see how Light Swan will be able to compete.
So let's go straight to the game.
Yeah, compared to last time, now Minerva is available for everyone.
Exactly, yeah. I think they talked to each other. They had like at Euros already a match against each other, so it's like a rematch. We will see how it goes out at this point. Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to see the 60 card Lightsworn zombie deck. They're still shuffling up. Yeah, maybe we could talk a little bit about the Lightsworn deck.
Yeah, he is playing with also not only Light Swan and zombies, he's also playing a small Kaiju engine. Trying to, yeah, get to his grass faster with left arm offering. And let me see if he has any other interesting tech choices. He's playing one Phantom Knight trap card. The brigade thing. I think it's level 2, who is like, I think, freezing a monster or something.
I think it's level 4-1, which you can use in the same turn as you set it
Ah,
face
yeah,
down.
this was the take last time we've seen
Exactly,
it.
yeah.
Everything else seems kind of normal. He's playing the Predator Plant engine, and he's also playing one Judgment Dragon. The one Judgment Dragon gonna be interesting if he's able to pull it off.
Sure, yeah.
Everything else is like Mizuki's Shiranui engine with Solitaire, Fairy Tale Snows inside of it, Uni Zombies, and some hand traps here and there. Like, I think 3 Ash Blossoms, 1 Maxi. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think no traps here.
Not at
no.
all. Maybe I should mention that he asked me specifically for his side deck to shout out to Christoph Blaurock. We're going to talk about it afterwards. There's some weird choices in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
we won't spoiler anything.
There's
so
multiple interesting things happening there in the side deck, so...
Yeah, and for this for the Trickster deck of Tobias, he's playing one of these more controlled versions.
Isn't this Simon Jungklaus?
Oh, that's interesting. Apparently we have not the correct deck list. I think we have to correct that. Okay, so it's possible that he's probably not playing Tricksters.
Yeah, then we will see what Simon is playing today. We don't have his deck list available right now, so let's get us some nice surprise, maybe. Maybe we will see True Dracos or maybe some Paleo. That would be interesting to see them first time here. Could be
Yeah.
another Pendulum Magician as always, so let's see.
Okay, so Tom wins the dice roll and can start.
He's
So-
already pumped to go first, I think.
so
excited.
We see Slumber.
Maxi, I think.
Shuffling quite fast the hand.
I think we have Pendulum Magicians on Simon's side. I think I saw some Pendulum cards.
It's actually possible that. No.
So it's
Okay.
okay.
so
Now
I
the
can
round
start now?
starts. He starts with Solitaire, which is always a good opener. Going into his Uni-Zombie
Sending probably Masuki.
and doing his one card Omega plays or maybe something else. But usually Omega is a safe choice to let the opponent have less resources during his first turn. So now the reveal. I just saw a pot of desire, so I don't know if it's male magicians.
And as you mentioned, Simon is playing
Okay.
the Pendulum Magician
Okay.
deck. Okay, so he draws to 6 cards with a pot of desires. Going to use that as first card.
Let's see if he will react with Omega to it. He has a snow in his hand.
The Kaiju
Tom-
Slumber.
The Kaiju Slumber is not good going first, of course, but it might be a good comeback card during his next turn, depending on what his opponent will do with,
Yeah.
I think, around about 6 to 7 cards, depending if he's using Omega. Is he playing any Kaijus in this main? I don't think so that the Simon is playing
Would
anyone.
be
Would be really awkward to have them in the main deck.
something interesting that we didn't see that much, or didn't see at all so far in the Pendulum Magician. Okay. So I think Tom is basically just waiting until Simon sets up his pendulum scales to use the Omega at this point to just like decrease the amount of monsters that Simon can.
So we have a question from Blue Bomber 211. Why is the latest set is not legal for this tournament? It has a specific reason because in all the German product came a little bit late for us in Europe, so we couldn't assure that everyone was able to get their hands on Circuit Break. This is why we had to make it illegal, because I think it was released like 1.5 day or something before, which is a really small amount of time for people. All other products were released as normal.
Okay, so Simon is thinking how to play around Omega in the best way. Okay, so he activates Poison Magician.
Mm-hmm.
So he has basically now the scales 1 to 8 and forces Tom more or less.
To think now if he wants to use his Omega to
Oh,
snipe
he
out
dropped the
one.
Maxi. Okay, that's interesting. So maybe he's not even forced to use the Omega at this point. Okay, so there's Pendulum. Star Pendulum
The
draw.
more spells Simon plays, the better the chance for him to get monsters out of his hand.
I mean, there's still like 3 monsters. Possible 3
he
monsters.
got Black Fang Magician.
I think that's alright. I think it's still possible to go for game depending on the 3 monsters that he has in hand.
Let me see if he's playing any interesting hand traps which might interrupt the battle phase from his side. I don't think so. Anything he's playing. No Battle Faders, no Swift Scarecrows. No Koribos.
So I'm actually curious about the hand of Simon.
Yeah.
Simon.
I can't really judge now if it was a good hit to hit now the Black Fang. If he was a good or a bad hit, depending on his hand, it could have been a good or a bad hit. So, wow. Okay, double Tuning Magician, and 1 performable Pendulum Sorcerer. So
So he's using both effects, which should be alright.
he can't use both of the magicians because it's once per turn, so he has to activate one of them.
Exactly. But with the sorcerer, he gets access to the trap card. He special summons with the harmonizing magician monster to the field, probably Poison Eyes or the Black Fang. Gets the search from Pendulum Sorcerer to get Skullcrobat, so he should be able actually to go for game at this point.
I think he can make. Let's see. Can he? Yeah, he can go for Gnister and let him attack. No. He has not the extra deck space. It's going to be difficult to make two extra deck monsters because usually you would just OTK over. I don't know. Is he playing that Perform H for OTKs?
I'm going to check it, but it's normally included in extra deck.
I think he's not opting to play it.
Extra on the back.
Ah,
Yeah, he's playing it, so he will go for the Trapeze Magician. Then
Performable, okay. It's a perform H, but yes.
he will go for Trapeze Magician with Harmonizing and probably the other Harmonizing or Black Fang. Then normal summoning Skullcrobat Joker using the effect of Trapeze on Skullcrobat. And when Skullcrobat attacks, he uses the poison.
Can't he search now the one the Iris Magician to make double damage, double battle damage as well on
Double
Skullcrobat Joker?
damage works only on monsters.
Ah,
That's
okay.
quite important. Happened also to me quite a few times. But yeah, I think he will go for game with the effect of poison to get 2,200 additional attack points.
Does it need to battle a monster to use its effect?
I don't think so.
I think it needs to battle. When you attack directly, you don't are in a battle, isn't it? I think the wording is kind of like when your monster battles, you can destroy it during the before the damage calculation. I'm not quite sure if you can use it without any
Poison.
monster. The purple poison magician.
I think we will see now what he's going to do. Probably into Trapeze Magician.
Oh no, he's going for the boss monster that we see the first time today summoned. I think nobody summoned it today beforehand.
Oh, I see. I think it's still game, if I'm not mistaken, because he's now going to special summon the Astrograph from hand.
Ah, yeah.
Because he destroyed the Wisdom Eye. Searching. Does he even search for Astrograph? I'm not sure. So there's 4, 9, 5, 9, 6, 7. That's already game on the field without poison.
As long as he's thinking, you can explain maybe what the Xyz monster does for the deck.
Well, the Time Storm Magician, I think it's the name of the card, can only be summoned by using 2 Magician level 4 monsters. You can detach 1 material to search a dark spellcaster monster from your deck to the hand. And whenever Magician monster or
Magician monster in this, I think it dark.
Pendulum Magician should be destroyed on the field, you can send instead a dark spellcaster monster from the deck to the graveyard.
Does it work also against board wipes like Raigeki or Darkhold?
Not sure on that, to be honest, because it's getting destroyed at the same time.
Yeah. So I don't think so. So let's think about the side deck options. There we had this really interesting side deck choices from our Lightsworn player. So we have a lot of one-offs. We have also Wavering Eyes inside of it, together with a it's Hello Hello in English, I think.
Hello,
It's a new. Okay, and
Actually,
Actually,
I think the card isn't allowed.
the card is allowed. That's true.
We're going to check that afterwards. Yeah, the card itself isn't allowed for the tournament. Yeah, so
I think.
give us a minute.
Yeah.
I think you can already start to talk also about the side
Yeah.
deck from Simon.
Yeah.
Well, so we're
He opted to not play Raigeki in the main deck.
well, for Simon, he's playing the Raigeki in the side deck together with Tengusekas, which are decorated in this particular matchup. Dimensional Barrier could probably get in because, well, the Lightsworn deck resolves basically around Xyz and Synchros, so, but normally you can see which one is the way he wants to go. And the Kumongus could also get in handy.
They are the kaijus that I was talking about for the main deck. He's siding 2 of them in the side deck.
Okay.
So I think now they're getting. Now they're talking about the side deck choice that he made.
Okay. Actually, interesting. What is going to happen at this point?
Isn't it usually that you get a game loss for that?
Not sure.
And then you have to take it out of the side deck. I think this is the regular procedure during a tournament.
We will see what our stuff team.
The problem is you
doing.
lost round 1, so he would also lose round 2 in this way. He would lose the match immediately. For everyone who is asking why there are Pokemon cards lying on the middle, it's just to symbolize where the left and right extra monster zone is. So that
Basically, a
people
field center.
like a field separator, so you know where to place your cards. Because both playmats don't have zones, so it's easier to track them down where the zones are. So I think, yeah, we won't see a second game anymore. They have now to decide what to do here.
Okay. Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, the game is over.
Or it looks like that.
He has to, I think, what? He's leaving back Wavering Eyes as well as so he's putting them out of the side deck. Oh, he can keep the Wavering Eyes. It's not forbidden. So in this tournament, it's only hello.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. So he decides to not side at all. So I think he didn't got the game loose.
I think he just will kick it out, and they will do a second game without it.
Looks like that.
We will get further information during this match.
But well, at least not bad for us to see his second game. Probably a little bit more interesting than the first one. Okay, so we got information that Tom got a warning for playing the Hello Hello. I think the circumstances are a little bit special this weekend because maybe not everybody got the information that Circuit Breaker isn't allowed.
Yeah, and Hello Hello is a card which you wouldn't even have on the map. When I was first reading about it, I didn't even recognize like okay, it's like not that big of a card. But yeah, I think it's the first zombie pendulum monster, and this might be an interesting choice that he tried to make. But yeah, then he was.
I think it's actually a fiend.
Or is it a fiend?
It's a fiend tuner, yeah.
Yeah, but now it's
doesn't
not
matter.
necessary. Relevant.
I think we can focus on the second game, where Simon is going to start, which is interesting. So maybe Tom wasn't that happy to go first against Pendulum Magician. However, not sure if it works out to go second. I mean, because the opening of Pendulum Magician is normally quite huge. But we will see.
So Simon is going first.
Exactly.
I presume that they decided before the game that he will start first.
So what is he going to search?
He can search the spell and traps. Luster Pendulum he's not playing, so he can search the Pendulum Sorcerer. This is an option that he can search for.
And
Is he playing from a Pendulum Sorcerer? How many? 2 of them, yeah?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. So
And he can also search the Double Iris Magician.
as well, because it's an odd ice card.
A Pendulum Dragon. It's always treated as a Pendulum Dragon card. That's why.
True. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the Pendulum Call.
And he's using Pendulum Call to search 2 more scales.
So harmonizing and probably low scale. Oath Magician. As he activates the Oath Magician, going to panel summoning at least the Harmonizing.
So the chat is trying to help us here. I think Tom won game 2, and they started the game 3 now. This is why Simon is starting, because he decided to start himself. But
That's
I think he gave up on the grass of something like that. The chat might help us here.
That's actually interesting. Not sure on that. Could probably go and check that or ask them afterwards.
But yeah, for Reverse Blade 001 in the comments, yes, we are interacting with you in the comments as well. So we're trying to get all your question answered. So is he playing Zark in his extra deck? Because I see the White Wing Magician.
Probably not.
It's usually an interesting tech choice to play.
No, he's not playing.
Especially for the anime fans.
But what he's probably going to do is a double Omega play. Yeah, he's playing to the Omegas, especially as he now summoned the White Wing Magician. Could you imagine that?
Simon scooped immediately on grass.
Oh,
this is what
I see.
happened.
Okay.
So and during the siding process, he got the warning for the hello hello.
Oh, okay.
So then they're in game 3 here. So this game will decide everything. I know Simon kind of well. I played a lot of times with him. When he sees that he's going to lose, he immediately scoops and tries to go into the next game, especially when he knows the opponent's deck.
And that's a hard hit for Tom at this point, because Gofu is always an option to get back into a game. Especially as Decode Talker is really good against Panel Magicians by destroying the trap card. Or basically
negating it.
Yeah.
Oh, he got the Kaiju answer against Omega. That's gonna be interesting. If he's trying to immediately Kaiju his Omega.
Think so. I mean, what else does he want to like Kaiju? There's okay, so yeah, he's asking for the time panel graph. What he's doing? Okay, so you see, they both know each other, so it's like a kind of a friendly atmosphere there. So they're laughing.
Yeah,
a little
they're
bit
laughing
with
all the
each
time.
other.
So they have fun.
That's also like, I really like that also while playing myself. When you have the interaction with your opponent a little bit like in a funny way. I mean, it's still competitive. So pretty sure if one of them is doing a huge misplay or something like that, or a not optimal play, they won't let it go back or something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
But maybe they just have a comedian sitting on the left side there, and they're just laughing. So did Simon preemptively flip the trap, or did he just
no.
want to clarify after the searching what the trap exactly does?
I think it's exactly that, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's still face down. And the trap now is really good because of Pendulum Call. The cards can't be destroyed by the trap, so
double removal.
exactly, yeah.
I think they have the fun of their life right now there. So, oh no.
Now as they decided which card should be on the top, I think, yeah, he's going to use Gamma Seal on the Omega.
Ah, he has 2 Kaijus. Okay, so he can try to maybe force something before on main phase or battle phase, and then try to go main phase 2 for some place if he wants to.
Question is, does he have the second Kaiju in hand? Because I thought I only saw one.
I thought I saw Jizukiro in his hand as well. Which would be pretty odd. He's playing 3 Kaijus and he has 2 Kaijus in his starting hand, which is pretty, like, usually it's not that great. You usually just want to get them searched via the spell card or special summon by the spell card, which is at 1 now.
Okay, yeah, he has indeed another Kaiju in hand, together with a Soul Charge, and
He has Soul
unknown
Charge?
card. I think so, but it doesn't help at this point. Um, I mean, as soon as Simon is flipping up his trap to destroy Unit Zombie and whatever he tries to get back, or I mean, in general, the trap at this point just wins the game.
Yeah, he cannot really force something because if he when he's going into the battle phase, he's losing his soul charge play, so he has to do something before. He's using the second effect of Unizombie. I think both of them are once per turn. You don't have to use one of them each.
Exactly.
So he will be able to force something now, maybe with the trap.
But even now, I mean, he's going to use the trap,
Yeah.
targeting a scale, yeah, both getting destroyed. As the trap can't destroy 2 cards.
It destroys one and sends one card to the graveyard on the field.
Exactly, yeah.
So let's see.
So now the question is,
It would be great when he could do something now to just like get rid of the scales entirely.
yeah, so
When he makes Simon top deck scales. So is he going to get Gofu back as well? And checking, I think, if he can gets the tokens. Yeah, I think he has to be special summoned by his own effect to get the tokens.
yeah, most first, yeah, he has to be summoned first.
He
from-
wasn't summoned.
Yeah, I think, yeah, he can summon it.
Um,
Yeah.
I
Going
think
to clarify with a judge, I guess, as it clearly states that it
cannot be normal summoned. It must first be special summoned. It means it has to be special summoned once properly to be able to be special summoned from graveyard or banished zone. So it's not an eligible target. Oh, he's already like, why?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure if it makes that much of a difference when it's on the field, because he's in a pretty bad spot, especially with another Kaiju in hand. Also, the Gamma Seal on the field shouldn't be in the extra deck zone.
Yeah, that's true. I hope they will realize it.
I think so.
I think when it's going to Simon's turn, he will realize what's up with my extra deck, extra monster zone. Why is there a Gamma Seal?
Yeah, so he's going to use Shironi, Solitaire, probably to summoning another Unizombie. What does he play in the extra deck?
The options for him are 2 Tornado Dragons, 1 Deco Talker, 1 Proxy Dragon, triple Omega, 1 Rarefish, 1 Gem Knight, Seraph Knight, 1 Black Rose, 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Minerva, 1 Beals, 1 Michael, and 1 Vermilion Dragon Mech.
And well, that's
it's-
it already, because
yeah, that's
there weren't any options for Tom to get back into the game, so Simon takes it with 2-1 win over Tom Virgoots with his Lightsworn deck. Yeah, what do we have to say?
Yeah,
Pendulum Magician.
Yeah, sadly, the Lightsworn deck was not completely legal for this tournament. And yeah, Pendulum Magicians staying as strong as always. Yes.
I mean, yeah, like we